Today I'm going to have a look at the new Amazon Fire HD 8. We're going to take it for a spin, we're going to run some games, we're going to check the cameras out, all the usual stuff. Let's jump into it. Here it is in a actual nice and solid box. We no longer have the ones which seemed a bit crushed at the top, like the triangular type ones that usually ended up in the recycle bin. So let's see what the box tells us. It's got an 8-inch HD display, 1280 by 800, reasonable. microSD slot for up to 1 terabyte. Quad-core processor with 2 gigabytes of RAM, which is a massive improvement on the last model. Last model didn't have 2 gigabytes, it only had 1 in the 7-inch, or 1.5 I believe, in the 8-inch. So a lot more RAM, that's going to help. Dual band AC Wi-Fi. If you've got a router that will handle AC Wi-Fi, then you're going to get much quicker connection on this device. Front and rear cameras as usual. And we've got Dolby Atmos. Nice. So I'll just get it unboxed off camera and we'll take a look at what comes in the package. As if by magic, the entire contents of the box are now before you. So let's have a look at what we got. We have a power adapter, 5 watts, 1 amp. So you can actually get hold of an adapter which will charge a device quicker. I think it outputs at 9 watts. But for the purposes of this, you will charge the device fully in approximately 5 hours and the battery life will last 12. We've got the USB cable. And we've got USB-C. Lovely to see. Well done, Amazon. And then we've got a welcome pack, just telling you how to get onto the device and do some very basic things. And then we've got safety information brochure in various languages. And then we've got this hello thing, which basically tells you what I'm going to show you in a minute, which is what all of the ports and connections do. So we'll move these things out of the way that aren't the device and we'll take a look. So I've actually gone for the blue version of the tablet here, but it is also available in several different colours. So there is the black version, there is the plum version, which is a bit pinky. We've also got this Twilight Blue, which is one I've gone for. There is a white version of it, and also if you get the Fire HD 8 Plus, then there's an option for a slate colour. I'll go into the differences in just a moment. But this is just the standard Fire HD 8. So I'll have a look at the back. So we've got camera there, very basic cameras on here, just 2 megapixels, just enough to take some very simple images or scan documents, that kind of thing. And then on the front we've got the front facing camera, and that again 2 megapixels, just enough to take some selfies. I will take a look at the capabilities of the camera in just a moment. On the sides we've got upwards firing stereo Dolby Atmos capable speakers. Very nice addition on this new version of the Fire HD 8, which is the 10th generation one. On this side we've got a volume rocker, we've got the lock button, we've got an inbuilt microphone, we've got the USB-C charging and data port, and yes, we have a headphone jack, my family favourite. Underneath, on this side, we can just open the SD slot, like so. And we can put a card up to 1 terabyte in there. And then on this end we have absolutely nothing. So let's get it fired up. We've got the usual stock launcher that you get with these Amazon Fire tablets. It runs, in the background it's actually running on Android 9, which is nice. So we'll have plenty of fantastic features for power saving, that kind of thing, which partially explains why the battery will last so long on one charge. We've got all sorts of options here. So we swipe down from the top, we've got some quick access options here. Now if we swipe down again, we've got even more with a little bit of additional information there. You can do the usual where you hold down on an option and it'll bring you up the proper settings. You will see on here we've got blue shade again. Now I'm just going to switch that on. I'm always a little bit disappointed with the implementation of blue shade on these Amazon tablets. It's just a little bit red. I know it's only to put on to keep your eyes healthy, but just ever so slightly disappointing that it's such a drastic change in the image. I have seen other implementations of it that are a little bit better. You will see the Google Play Store on here. That does not come pre-installed. That's something I have added using one of my own tutorials, so you'll be pleased to know that this latest version can have the Play Store, so you can install all your Play Store apps on here. So as you can see on here, I've installed a couple of games that we're going to try, including PUBG Mobile, Asphalt 9, Call of Duty Mobile, Minecraft and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. You will see the Epic Games launcher is there. Sadly, Fortnite will not run on this device because it requires a minimum of 4 GB of RAM, and this only has 2. When the device is plugged into a charger, you can switch over to show mode and it will effectively, the tablet will operate as Amazon Alexa Show. Great to see that available on here. As I've said previously with these tablets, if you are bought into the Prime services or the music services, Audible, etc., then these devices are incredible. The only thing in the UK that you can't really get on here is Now TV, which has been something that's annoyed me for a long time. I wish these companies would stop prattling around and let us watch our content on one device. So just take a quick look at the cameras. So I've tried to take the same shot. This is with the front-facing camera and this is with the rear-facing camera. I think they're actually a very similar size sensor. I don't think there's much difference in the shot, to be honest. So not amazing, but not dreadful. It is usable if you wanted to take some very basic photos. Video is limited to 720p. And as you can hear, the audio is not amazing, but it's okay. It's an acceptable level for video calls, etc. Form factor wise, it is fantastic to hold. If you look at the size of the bezels, they've shrunk them quite significantly. With the camera in the middle, in landscape mode, it feels more like the device is designed for what the original purpose was, which was to enjoy your entertainment, which is usually in landscape. The device comes with 32 GB of storage and special offers pre-installed. You can pay extra to get 64 GB, or you can pay extra to remove the special offers. The Plus version, which is also now available, which is a bit more expensive, the difference with that is you get wireless charging built in, which is a first for the Amazon Fire HD tablets. There's also a more powerful charger that comes with the device, so it charges quicker, and also it comes with an additional 1 GB of RAM, so you end up getting 3 GB rather than 2. Unfortunately, still not enough to play Fortnite, but we'll let that one slide. We will take a look at PUBG. Nice and smooth gameplay. Just going to parachute down and have a bit of a roam around. So just looking around, doesn't seem to be any lag. It runs particularly well. It's probably the best I've seen it running on an Amazon device, to be honest with you. So 2 GB of RAM make it much better and more suited to play some games. I feel I may have released the parachute a little bit early there, so we'll just skip the video ahead a little bit. There we go. So I have landed, and now I'm going to have a look around and see what I can find. But this feels great. It's just the right size, I'd say, for some gaming. Would have been nice to see a slightly higher resolution display on the device, but we can't have everything. Boom. I got no bullets. No. Let's take a look at another game. Next up we've got Asphalt 9. I'm not that keen on this title. I prefer Asphalt 8, but never mind. It's not too bad. But this is running rather nicely. Once I get this notification gone, whoa! It doesn't seem too bad. To be honest with you, it's looking running quite healthily compared to some devices that I've used this on. It's looking fairly smooth, fairly steady frame rate. Nothing to be too worried about. So that's pretty good. Next up, we have Call of Duty Mobile, which seems to be running fairly well. It's on low settings by default, but yeah, nice and smooth. Can't complain really. Apart from me being terrible at the game. In the settings, there's something called game mode, which I've not seen this before on any of the Amazon Fire tablets. But you can switch it on, and what happens, all the notifications are hidden. The assistant is disabled, who again, their name will remain silent. It'll tell you when you go into a game, it'll come up with a pop-up just telling you that it's in game mode so that you know. Very interesting. So next up we have Minecraft, and as you'd expect, it runs very well. Not many devices that can't run this particularly well now, but still, great game. Very fun. One of the best on Android, I would say. And the final game I'm just going to try is the classic GTA San Andreas. And again, it's quite an old mobile game now. It runs exceptionally well, as you would expect. So very, very impressed with the gaming performance so far. For £100, you're not going to get anything quite as powerful or as capable as this device, unless you get a mobile phone. It's really nice to see that they've reduced the size of the bezels on here. It's also nice to see that they've got the camera in the middle in landscape mode now. Shrinking the bezels and moving the camera, you might think, is it worth the upgrade? But the extra RAM, the massive battery in this, there's so much to love about this tablet. The choice of colours are brilliant. It feels quite premium in the hand despite it being plastic. It's a good weight, a good size. My opinion, even though I've not tried it, of the Plus version, I don't think it's worth the extra money really for the wireless charging on potentially a dock. You can buy an adapter to charge this one a little bit quicker, but it only shortens the charging time by about an hour, so it's really not that much of a worthy investment. The fact that we've now got 32 gigabytes of storage minimum means that we can actually install a sensible amount of apps without running out of space. The way in which you can expand the storage by up to 1 terabyte is also fantastic. Really, really do like that. The cameras seem a little bit more straightforward. We've now got 2 megapixels on either side, which is fantastic. Before we used to have I think it was a 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera, which just meant that video calls just looked dreadful. If you're in the market for a budget tablet, be it for kids, be it for yourself, be it to read Kindle books, be it to listen to music, just something to have around your house, or even using the show mode, this is just perfect. So if you are thinking about buying one, please support the channel by using the link in the description below. And if you've not yet subscribed, please do so. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.